So hello everyone, my name is Prince Aggarwal.
And I am Akshatt Singhal, and we are the students of class 10th.
So there's a quote that technology can become the wings of the education world, which will allow us to fly faster and farther than ever before. By Annie Arlich.
Therefore, we will be using one of the forms of ICT simulations to show you how reflection and refraction of light takes place through different mediums.
Hence, we will be using PHET Interactive Simulations, which is a free to use website where you can find hundreds of modules on the subjects and topics you want to learn about.
So here we type in fit simulations and we will open the first link that pops up. Fit simulation provides simulations of multiple subjects such as physics, chemistry, math. We will open physics. Here are all the simulations it provides. We can also select the grade level and we'll select high school. And as we want the simulation on light, we will select light and radiation and open the simulation bending of light. In the About section, you can see the topics, sample learning goals, and system requirement, which is the information you will need before the module. And if you don't know English language, FitTrans simulation provides hundreds of language, even Hindi, for you to understand the module easily. The module is divided into three parts: intro, prisms, and autos. In the intro, you can see that there's a laser light that you can move around, and with a push of a button, the laser light turns off. You can see the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the refractor. There's also a tool of protractor, which you can get to see the angle of refraction and reflection. Change the ray into a wave, as we know that light is in form of both ray and wave. You also see the zero incidence of a ray, which is reflection and refraction, all are at 0 degree. Now we turn back to ray. We can change the medium of both from which the light is coming from and in which the light is going. We have changed the coming in medium to water and the going in to the glass. And you can see the changes of the reflection. You can see the changes in reflection and refraction of the light. Now we turn back the upper one to air and the lower medium to mystery air, which has a refractive index of N, which is denser than glass. You can also customize the medium going from air to a refractive index of N. You can see the changes of reflection and refraction in the change of refractive index. Now we come to the prism. In this you can move around the laser light and from the nozzle turn it from up to down. You can also change the color of ray and you can also change the medium of the background from air to the densest, which is mystery air. You can also add multiple rays on beams of light. You can see how the prism bends the light, and using the nozzle you can turn around the prism. You can add multiple prisms at a time and you can play around, check how the beams of light refract and reflect two different kinds of glass slabs. Now we have changed the light to a white light, and if we bring a prism to it, the white light is dispersed into the 7 colors that we see in the rainbow usually, which is known in short as wave. So if you flip the prism again, then you can see Newton's law of recollection of light, where the dispersed light is again recollected into white light. Use different glass spheres, like the sphere one or the semicircle. You can also change the medium of the glass slab or the prism from again air to mystery air or the densest, which refracts most of the light or which disperses white light greatly. There are further other options such as reflections so that you can see where the rest of the light is reflecting to. You can also add normals to see what is the normal of emergent ray and the reflected ray. And you also have a protractor to check the angles. You can also rotate the protractor. Now we move on to more tools slide. Here you can see this again a laser light. You can move around and over. You can change the color of the light as we change it to blue. And you also have the wave option, where you can see the distance and amplitude of particles of wave. Now we will open the angle. In this Moto slide, there is also another option as to check angles. And here you can see that the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. And now there's an intensity meter to check the intensity of the light. Here the laser light projects 100% of intensity of the light, and the refracted one is less. But as you move the laser light along, the intensity changes, as like it is 25.86. Then if you move the laser light again, it is to another degree, like 7.34. This is also the reflective change. The angle becomes 12 or 11 point something. The percentage changes as the angle changes. Now you can see there's another tool to check the speed of light, as it is 1.00 C, which is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meters per second, the speed of light. The speed of a refracted light is 0.66 C. The speed of refracted light is 0.66 C, which we can calculate by given that the refractive index is 1.512 in glass. And if we divide the speed of light in air by 1.512, you get the speed of light in glass, which is 0.66 C. Now, if we move on, there's another tool which lets you calculate time. You can have it on normal speed or slow mode. Here you see that the amplitude of the actual light is greater than the refracted one, as the frequency is directly proportional to the square of amplitude. So less the amplitude, less the frequency. Like the reflected ray has even less amplitude, which means it has even less intensity. You see, as I change the angle, the intensity changes or the amplitude changes. Here, the amplitude of refracted ray is very less. FET simulation is a great way to teach students of any grade about any topic in any subject, as the students themselves can interact with the objects, which makes it more fun and easy to understand and learn.